Hi, this is Christian Smith, and I'm creating my own podcast. I intend to shed light on prior experiences in which I've been targeted for investigation by the FBI and or Secret Service, in which I maintain it was an investigative cover story to form the basis to mislead the public and to justify missing records and any stonewalling done by the Justice Department. I'm also the author of a book titled The Octopus and My Entanglement with It. In the book, I detail actions I've taken to advocate my legal concerns, such as having contacted senators, having used the independent counsel's office, and having issued statements to the media, two of whom who consist of Maria Shriver and Deborah Durham. One of my concerns about having written a book is that it may have gotten into the hands of grifters such as Robert D. Steele, and that he may have sought to co opt those views that I do express. And those concerns exist for many others who may have received a copy of the book. Examples of who received a copy of the book include Senator Schumer, Barack Obama prior to becoming president, the ACLU, and possibly many other journalists. Over the years of watching podcasters, I have come to discover that Rick Wiles of True News dropped the name of an individual by the name of Wheeler from the Morgantown, West Virginia area. Uh, Basically, I had attended a semester there at West Virginia University, so that's how I recognized the name. I'm proposing the theory that because Roger Stone received a copy of my book, and that because Roger Stone was in a cooperation agreement with Donald Trump, that Donald Trump and Roger Stone might have sought to co-opt Rick Wiles so they could have media protection from True News, so that Rick Wiles would have to protect Donald Trump, Roger Stone, this Wheeler informant, and the FBI and Justice Department all at once. As a matter of addressing what actions I have taken to resolve my legal concerns, I had previously started to contact the media as far back as the summer of 1992 to discredit those who may have started rumors about me, prompting people at NBC with associations to Tom Brokaw to contact me and harass me. At one point in time, I had hired an investigator to uncover a chain of events. I basically expressed a starting point and an end point, having believed that establishing this version of events would put to rest the basis for the investigative cover story. So why am I just starting to talk about something that happened in 1992, over 30 years ago? For starters, George H. Bush was president then, and he and Bill Clinton were tied to the hips through CIA drug running through Mena, Arkansas. Then, of course, after the Clinton administration, we had the George W. Bush presidency, which went from 2000 to 2008. My book was published in May of 2006, and I got a visit from Secret Service in 2007. Shortly after my visit from Secret Service, I sent a copy of the book to Justice Kimba Wood of the Southern District in late June of 2007. It is my personal opinion that because of the interconnectivity of these families, where the Clintons are attached to the Bushes and Hillary Clinton served as Secretary of State to Obama, that they are all meshed together with one common goal in mind. Due to the fact that I'm creating this platform to move the needle on my legal concerns, in which I've been targeted by the FBI, Secret Service, and primarily the Clintons, I intend to address any misrepresentations made by the media in which they may have been co-opted by government officials looking to propagate their narrative and to lock up media protection as part of a legal strategy of intimidation in the hopes I never speak out, aside from the fact that I've already written a book. Along with my own legal concerns, I'd also like to interview authors who have researched many of the issues I do touch on in my book. And I would also like to touch on the parallels of what I've gone through that are relative to the current COVID-19 situation, in which fear porn has been pushed to the public with interlocking coordination between the media, the US government, and the pharmaceutical companies. So, as a matter of addressing who I expect to be hurdles to my legal concerns, I'm estimating that an individual by the name of Dan Feintock, who's an attorney in Queens, New York, to be in opposition to me. Basically, Dan is friends with a woman by the name of Kimberly Greenberg, who I took classes with at Mercy College, where we got our MBAs. Um, I also expect Deborah Durham of Univision to pose some resistance to me. I basically claim to have isolated an issue of legal concern relative to the former independent counsel's office in the issuance of a statement to Maria Shriver. So I expect some opposition from her. I'm also expecting a woman by the name of Kathy McCarthy to act in opposition to me. Basically, Kathy McCarthy dated a guy by the name of Anthony, who I went to AA meetings with in Chappaqua. Anthony basically came into contact with a copy of my book, so I believe it's reasonable to say Kathy McCarthy came into contact with that book, and I also suspect her of being behind my Secret Service visit. Uh, I also suspect her of tipping off many other people from Somers High School of the book, and it should also be pointed out that there are two Secret Service agents, both of whom went to Somers High School, both of whom are assigned to protection detail for Bill Clinton. That's kind of amazing as far as coincidences go. I personally suspect more attempts by government officials to co-opt the media, providing them with information, whether it be good, bad, true, or false, in the hopes of locking up that reporter into that position for good. Having such an arrangement where government officials can co-opt the media and gain their protection should be a concern for all of humanity. When the media protection enables bad actors in the government to commit crimes under the banner of national security or legislative immunity in the case of COVID-19 bills passed. From here on in, I hope to interview guests who I believe are over the target, and I'll try to provide weekly commentary on politics, political favoritism, and I'll try not to hitch my cart to any politicians to get my message across. Thank you.